Hey Lainey, Jessica with Peterson SEO. Thank you so much for speaking with me today and accepting this free video. So today I just want to walk through just a couple things you guys can start doing today that's really going to help you online and start pushing those organic calls and jobs to you each and every month. Okay? So let's start where they start, and that is on Google. So, most people, when they are looking for a service, and especially an emergency, they're not going to know your company name, your brand name. They're going to be searching terms like water damage restoration in Boise, Idaho, or questions related to the problem they have going on. And so it is your job to make sure that your business and your website show up on this first page where they are searching. Okay. Now, there are three places a business can own on the first page of Google. The first section is your ads, those are your cost per click ads and local service ads like these. But typically, only about 10% of people actually click through to your ads. This section here is the Google Map Pack. Your goal is to be in the top three for your services and your keywords in your service area, because nearly 30% of people come straight to this map pack. They'll call the top three, and that's it. So if you're not here, you're leaving money on the table and sending those customers to your competition. Now, there are several factors that go into ranking your Google business profile, and this is very fluid, meaning it's continually moving, so you have to be continually updating it. You can't just set it and forget it. So, one of the biggest factors in ranking, getting in the top three, is something called citations, and that is simply listing the name of the business, the address, phone number, and website, listing those in a bunch of directories like Yelp, Yellow Pages, and Glassdoor. And you need a lot more of those than your competitors have. On top of optimizing your profile, getting 5-star reviews, doing Q&As, adding photos, and then the monthly updates. Okay? And then the next section, the most important section here, is your organic section. This is where most people go. 60 to 70% of people skip everything else and come straight here. So it is really critical that your website be here on the first page of Google, not just your home page, but for each of your services. And in order to do that, your website has to be properly built and designed and optimized for that. So let's go back to your website. You have a good looking website. Your website is secure. Love the logo. It really pops. I really like it. The website is fun. I see that you do have separate pages for most of your major services. I would actually break these pages down even further. Each page should only focus on one specific service. So I would have separate services for water and flood, and even whether it is water extraction or restoration services, fire, wind and hail, mold. If you're doing just mold, or if you're doing other hazmat, that should be separate. Um, so think about the website structure. You need to make sure all of these pages have their own original content, no duplications. Each page should be focused on their own local keywords. You want to, if you're serving all of Idaho, you could have Idaho-based keywords and city keywords that you're that you're focusing on. But stay away from the national keywords if you're not servicing nationally, because even if you're ranked for that, most of the people that would click through wouldn't even be local, and then you can't help them. So really focus on those local keywords. When it comes to ranking on Google, it is not about the appearance, unfortunately. It is about content. That means images, videos, and written content. and it needs to be built around those local keywords. So rather than being just water and flood damage, it should be Boise flood damage restoration, right? So, and then you have to have proper content built around that and proper repetition of those keywords for indexing so that you can rank them and be found. You need 150 words for every keyword you're targeting, and then you have to have the proper repetition of at least 3 times of that exact match keyword. So, you guys have a really good start to your website. It does look nice and clean, but it needs a ton more content for you guys to start getting the right keywords indexed, focusing on those buyer intent keywords to be able to convert them. And with the latest algorithms, it's not just SEO anymore, it's AEO, which is Ask Engine or Answer Engine Optimization. That's your chat bots. Those are people asking questions to Siri, and you want to be found for that. And so your website and SEO is the basis for that. It's the foundation. So you really want to work on this website structure. And if you're servicing multiple communities, not just Boise or that area, you want to have separate service area pages and service pages for those areas so that you can come up when people are searching for you in those areas. So that's going to be really, really important for you guys. If we look at your competitor, they have hold on before I go there. The other thing I notice is I'm not seeing any call to actions. You don't want them to just fall on your page and read it. You want them to be acting. So you need to have click to call phone numbers. You need to have forms, and they should be on every page. Never make a customer have to look for a way to contact you because they're not going to. So as soon as they hit this page, there should be something here getting them to act. Okay. Now let me hop back over to your competitor. So Apex, they have a decent site. They have the separate service pages, separate service area pages, which allows them to target keywords in each of those communities so that they are getting found and getting a lot more traffic and customers. You'll notice they have a click to call and a form right at the top of their page. They don't really have enough content. I really feel like if you follow the strategy that I'm telling you, these guys should be fair. I can't say easy, but they are definitely beatable. You're gonna always need more than what your competitor's doing, so having more content, more pages, better blog articles, etc., more content than they do, you should be able to beat these guys. Now, if we go over here, this is Ahrefs. It's a paid tool that tells us how your website is performing. It looks like you have a 406 code on your website. So something's going on there. If we look here, you have a domain rating of a 0.1 out of 100 Google's Trust Flow, which says Google does not trust your website. That is partially because of the website itself and the content on it, but mostly it's because of the power that's behind it. You need a lot of backlinks and referring domains, but not all links are good links. Okay, this is a popularity contest. You have to keep the links related to your services and your business. Spammy links will actually hurt you. So you've got a bunch of really spammy stuff going on here. Now, a referring domain is any website that provides your website with a link from their site to your site, and the backlink is just that physical link. If you think about it like this, if you have a favorite power tool, that tool needs power. So in order for that tool to work, you're going to plug it into a power source, and then the cord from that power source to your tool fires it up so you can use it. Same concept for your website. You need to get that power source to to be able to get that promoted and start moving up Google. Um, you've been indexed for about 46 keywords, but you've got zero traffic coming into your website right now. If we look at the keywords here, um, you're not, there's 10 spots per page on Google, and so you're not ranking for anything. You have been indexed for a few good quality local keywords, but there's just no power behind it. They're just not moving. So you definitely need to apply SEO behind this so that you can get those moving. There's a ton of potential volume and customers here for you. If we look at your competition, they also have a low rating, spammy backlinks, but they have a ton more pages, a ton more content. So they have a lot more keywords that have been indexed, and so they're getting over 200 people to their website each and every month. And you have that potential and more. Hopefully you found this information to be helpful. If you follow these tips I've given you today, you do have a huge opportunity to dominate in your area. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out by phone, text, or email, and we'll be glad to chat. Thanks a lot for watching, and have a wonderful day.